What is going on, everybody? JClarkTheJUMPER here, and today I'm going to be doing a video where I read comments from a Reddit post that ended up being on the front page of Reddit. Alright, today's video is brought to you today by Prediction Strike. Prediction Strike is the world's first fantasy sports stock exchange, where you can get closer to the game than ever before. Prediction Strike is as if DraftKings and Robinhood had a baby. Do you want to be invested in your favorite athlete's journey? Then Prediction Strike is for you. Start investing what you know. Download the Prediction Strike app. Use code DOTHEIMPOSSIBLE. Prediction Strike. It pays to be a fan. One of the coolest, or at least in my opinion, one of the coolest places to go viral on social media is Reddit, for multiple reasons. One, I think the diversity of the app, there's just a lot of different people that see it. When I go viral on that app, it tends to get a lot more attention, and it grows all my other social media platforms, as well as, you know, comments. The comments are hilarious. It's always funny. There's always some good stuff that people are saying. So what I want to do today is I'm going to share a post that ended up on the front page of Reddit this week. I'll roll the clip for the video here. This was from a dunk show. Every year pre-COVID, I would dunk and perform at lunch at the African American Student Leadership Conference that my school actually hosted. My former school, I'm now at a different school, but my school would always host it, and I would always, you know, speak and dunk for the kids, and it was always a good show. And this dunk happened to blow up, and when I did it 2 years ago, it blew up. It was you know, on CNN, ESPN, and all these crazy things. So it's always kind of interesting when it kind of comes back and it goes viral again. So last week it ended up on the front page of Reddit. I started getting random phone calls. My wife got phone calls. My in-laws were getting phone calls, and so I logged on and I started looking at the comments, and I always have a blast, like, reading the comments. They're funny, and, you know, I'm gonna go through some of them today, answer some of the questions and things like that for you guys. So let's get started. Making science cool, one dunk at a time. Was he with the Harlem Globetrotters before becoming a teacher? Yes, I played 1 year with the Harlem Globetrotters before becoming a teacher. While I was a Harlem Globetrotter, I was actually in grad school to become a teacher. So when I finished the year, I was graduating, and I was kind of at the crossroads, and I kind of had to make a decision, and I kind of put them, it was funny, I actually put them in a tough position, and ultimately we parted ways, and I started my teaching career, and no harm, no foul. I really enjoyed being a Harlem Globetrotter. It was one of the best experiences ever, being able to travel and being able to connect with kids and talk to kids, and, you know, seeing them light up from something that I did, and you know, it was their opportunity to kind of see that level of athleticism. So you really felt like a superhero every night. It was a lot of work. My legs were beat up, and I was coming off of knee surgery, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't easy by any means. But, you know, when I went to bed, I definitely went to bed very satisfied and you know, very happy. Now that's how you win authority among kids and make them interested in what you're talking about. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. When I first started teaching, I was against showing any of my personal passions. I wanted to be respected as a teacher. I wanted students to know that I was serious about teaching. So I didn't have any hoops. I was still a fun teacher, and I think kids really enjoyed my class because, you know, I'm still me, but I really kind of sheltered. That first year they got a sheltered experience, and then the next year I was, you know, I opened up a lot more, and I was getting more comfortable with my teaching, so I was able to kind of juggle both and bring that side of my life into the classroom. And it honestly made the experience so much better because the kids saw me as a person. They saw me with goals, dreams, ambitions, so they opened up to me and they shared their goals, dreams, ambitions with me. So it was really cool to kind of connect on that level. High school teacher dunk contest needs to be a thing. You know, I'm down. I want all the smoke. Or if there's any high school teachers that want to, hop in this dunk contest. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. And if you're not, a 10-foot dunker and you're super creative and you still want to get down, I'm down. I'll lower the rim for you guys. I'll still go on 10. We'll make it a fun, we'll make it a fair thing. I want all the smoke. That's some good dunkademics right there. It's kind of funny that Billy Dunkademics posted this. He would always drive up and film the dunk show for me, and he would post it. And I think when he initially created Dunkademics, he did not think that one of the dunkers would actually be a teacher. I have to ask Billy, or you guys can ask Billy. Hopefully he sees this and he answers that one for me. But yeah, no, I think it works out. It's very on brand with what I do and what he does. So it's a match made in heaven. Nice assist from the kid. That pass was on the money. Yeah, so that kid, it's actually funny. The kid's name is ZJ. He was in my science class and he ended up transferring to a different school. So when he came to the conference, I hadn't seen him in a while, and it was kind of cool that we were able to connect. And he'd never seen me dunk, and we talked basketball all the time, but it was really the first time that we really got to link up. It actually did take a couple of attempts, and I was actually getting kind of exhausted. But when we did link up, it was definitely worth it. It was really a cool pass. He put it up there for me to go get, and I went and got it. So, shout out to ZJ. Really appreciate that. Science teacher. I think he's trying to say, here's how to measure gravitational pull. Science teacher on basketball court. Gravitational pull. That's actually kind of funny. I know, jumping high is always synonymous with defying gravity. I'm never not trying to defy gravity, if you will. I understand, this, gravitational pull, this attraction between, two masses. I understand that, and I understand that, I'm not going to defy gravity. I just want to apply as much force as I can to jump as high as I can. But if you guys call it defying gravity, I'm not gonna not go with it. I understand what's being said, and but I would definitely say having an understanding of gravitational forces, it definitely helps a little bit with defying it, if you will, and jumping high. The mitochondria might be the powerhouse of the cell, but this science teacher is the mitochondria of the court. That is so corny, but it is definitely on par with a joke that I would say, that Harlem Globe Scholar. All for $20 an hour. Get this man a 10-day. This one's kind of interesting because as a teacher, I feel, in my personal opinion, teachers, and I feel like a lot of people think teachers are underpaid, and I agree with that statement. Teachers do not get paid their worth for what they do. Being a mentor, being a tutor, being a confidant, doing all these things for students. Definitely, teachers should definitely get paid more. But teachers make a decent living. I make a decent living as a teacher, and being a professional dunker as well. There's no complaints on my end, but I will take a 10-day, NBA. If you're, listening and watching, I'm definitely down and open to, a 10-day contract sometime around February. I think would be great. February 4th-ish. That gives me time to kind of prepare for the dunk contest if you really want me to be able to do that, because like I said in a past video, I don't think pro dunkers should be in a dunk contest if they're not in the NBA. So if you want that to happen, 10-day contract, I'm down for it. These are the teachers that get the attention of the kids. It's great, makes school fun. I completely agree. I think it's important to find any little ways to make school fun. If it convinces a kid to come to school and learn, I'm gonna do it. If I have an ability to do it, I will do whatever I need to connect with the students and make school as fun as possible. These kids don't realize how lucky they are to have Scottie Pippen as their science teacher. I'm weak. That was a good one. That's funny. D Wade would still give it a 9. I doubt that. I think everyone gives Dwayne Wade a hard time for the judging, but at the end of the day, the score was the score. I think D Wade gets a bad rap for that. All right, I want to read some of the real or the mean ones, if you will. You can't lie to us. That's a PE teacher. It's kind of funny now that I am a PE teacher, but at the time of the video, I was a science teacher, and that was one of the main reasons why I was adamant about being a science teacher, because I think being an athlete and being somebody who is actively involved in, sports, being a professional dunker, that doesn't mean you aren't able to use your brain. It doesn't mean you can't be in a classroom and you can't teach. I was teaching science. I was a legit science teacher. We're in the state of California. We followed NGSS. We were teaching forces. We were teaching the solar system, natural selection. We covered a lot of different topics. I really had a lot of fun with labs and really getting outside the classroom and doing a lot of different things. And just because I enjoyed that doesn't mean I can't be a good athlete. And just because I'm a good athlete doesn't mean I can't be a good science teacher. They aren't mutually exclusive. And so at the time I was a science teacher, but now I am a PE teacher and a track coach. I was dual credentialed in science and physical education. I love teaching both. But I mean, PE is something that I really enjoy teaching as well, so I went and chose that for my next job, and I'm really enjoying that role as well. I'd be more impressed if he was standing in class teaching things and his passion about the subject was infectious with his students, a sign of a good teacher. And this got some I think they're called downvotes. I'm not a Redditor, so please don't get on my case, but this one didn't, the comments didn't do so hot, so people were kind of bashing him. So people were bashing Justin Quinn Melb, whatever, but I agree with the comment. I don't think the comment was meant to be malicious. I think it's kind of one of those things where it's like a teacher gets praised for doing something that isn't teaching, but look at where we're at. We're on social media. If I stood up and gave a compelling lecture, which I did every single day as a science teacher, that's not gonna attract the likes, comments, views from the social media aspect. I mean, look at my channel in itself. I feel, in my personal opinion, I'm one of the realest people in terms of jumps, training, giving you real information. The dunks and the stuff that I do, I try to be as authentic as I can, and I don't have the same likes and follows as some of the other YouTubers that are not as ingenuous, that put out kind of clickbaity comments and things like that. And no shade to any other YouTubers. I understand the game and I get social media, but that's exactly what it is. It's social media. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. And like I said, with kind of teaching and being a professional athlete, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. So I think, one thing I want you to understand, that just because I am a professional dunker and a dunk does go viral, that doesn't mean that I'm not being as 100% authentic and passionate in the classroom, teaching students as, I am me and I'm going to be me whether I'm on the court or I'm in a classroom. So I think that's kind of one of the things. I agree with the comment, and I understand where it kind of, didn't, it went south. And I think, he was like, I went fishing and caught a few, just ignore the comment. Water under the bridge, I don't take any offense to that. It's funny, I used to take offense to when people used to say I was a PE teacher back when I was a science teacher. But I mean, it is what it is. People are going to have opinions of you. You can't let those opinions affect or dictate how you operate. And, that's how I'm rolling with life. And the last comment I'm going to say, and that, children, is why you should stay in school. If I can do that and I'm teaching middle school science to you, there's no way your doughy ass is making the NBA. And this one actually got a lot of positive comments, and I don't like this one. not because of the things that are said, because I agree with what is being said. I just don't like the message of how it is being said. At the end of the day, the message is, your education is going to take you farther than your body will with athletics. When I was trying out for the Harlem Globetrotters, I tore my ACL. And at that point, I realized I wasn't invincible. And I applied to grad school, started school, wanted to have a backup plan to become a teacher, and that has led me to where I'm at today. I'm still dunking. I can still, enjoy that life. But if I were to, knock on wood, break my leg and never dunk again, I will, be financially secure for myself, my family, because I have my job, my education to fall back on. And I think that's kind of the message that should be given across to the students. My motto, if you guys don't already follow the channel, is do the impossible. So it doesn't matter if you're, doughy or short or whatever. If you want to be an NBA player, you can be an NBA player. It's going to take a lot of work, and you're going to have to do whatever it takes to get to that level and understand that, but you can do it if you want to do it. Just because you pursue that doesn't mean you should ignore your education. You can still go get your education. I wholeheartedly believe your education is going to take you further in life than your body will, right? The mind is going to last longer than the body. It's a natural process. We get older, our joints tighten up, our muscles soften. We're not going to be the same athlete that we were when we were younger. So, your mind, you can stay sharp, and that can take you places. But that doesn't mean while you have it, you shouldn't use it. Enjoy your life and do whatever you want to do that's going to make you happy, and pursue your passions. And don't let other people tell you can't do something. I think that was, more than anything, I like the message. I just don't like the delivery of the message. So, we're going to end it on that one. Like I said, it's really cool when I get the Reddit, the front page of Reddit. It's always, it's always cool. It's always funny to read the comments and kind of see those things. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out my J. Clark the Jumper merch. Check out the Do the Impossible movement. I truly believe you can do anything you set your mind to. Nothing is impossible. And that's all I got for you guys today. Take care.